Stand Up to Cancer stream. I am your host, Rachel, aka Seltzer, and today we are bringing you a ton of content from the Stand Up to Cancer event here in Los Angeles. Of course, joined by Pokimane and Markiplier, two very familiar faces in the gaming industry, community, and fandom. And I'm so excited to be with you. Pokimane, of course, a very famous Twitch streamer. Markiplier, a YouTube content creator. Both you today going to be streaming on Twitch, playing a little Fortnite for us. But I want to talk to each of you. Pokimane first, what brings you to Stand Up to Cancer? What inspired you to get involved today?
Well, personally speaking, cancer is a topic that hits home. So, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. So I was just so grateful to be invited to this fundraiser and have an opportunity to really make a difference and involve my community in it as well.
That's fantastic. And Markiplier here as well. You've done a number of charity events, some Make-A-Wish Foundation activations. And what brings you to Stand Up to Cancer today?
Well, cancer has always been that one thing that really sticks with you and sticks with everyone throughout their lives, because everyone knows someone who has been affected by cancer. For me, it was my dad who died in 2008 to lung cancer. And ever since that, I started to get any sort of an audience that would listen to me ramble, and I sure do love to ramble, but any audience that would listen to me, I wanted to make sure that that was put towards some kind of good. It was put towards people that were hurting from various diseases, but cancer was always the most important one. And when it came down to the idea that I could help support research and give some money to this fantastic cause and help fund research for like medical breakthroughs that have come out in the past 10 years, I couldn't give up the opportunity to be here.
Well, it's great to have you both here. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having us.
And, thanks for all that you guys do, raising money, reaching out for the communities. I think it's really amazing that content creators, especially with the audiences that you guys have, are so interested in these causes. I know you both bring a huge audience to the Twitch stream today. Anything you want to say to your fans to start us off for the day?
I just want to say thank you guys so much for showing up and supporting us doing this and giving us the opportunity to be noticed by these organizations or companies that are equally willing to involve Twitch in their broadcasts and what they do. So I hope that we can reach so many more people and raise just that much more money as well for such a good cause.
Yeah, and I think, am I wrong? Is this the first time it's been broadcast on Twitch as well?
I believe that's correct. In 10 years, the first time.
Woo!
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Stand Up to Cancer has been doing these broadcasts on national television for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
And so they've been doing these campaigns, and this is the first time that they've brought it to the internet audience. But for anyone out there who knows me, then you're not unfamiliar with charity campaigns and these events where everyone can give, and that's the whole point of this, and that's the special thing about this. And like the fact that 100% all of the donations that come in through this event go straight to research,
incredible,
like verifiable, like important research towards the treatment and curing of cancer. Like that is such an important thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And throughout the day, we're actually going to be joined by some celebrities here supporting the cause, as well as some cancer survivors. And to start things off, two doctors who have been working incredibly hard. So we're going to check back in with you in a second. Pokimane, Markiplier, I'll let you guys get into the Fortnites. And we've got Dr. Sharp and Dr. Tuvison over here. And gentlemen, I just want to give you both an opportunity to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your contributions. Dr. Sharp, you're a Nobel Prize winner on the topic.
Yes, I won a Nobel Prize for work I did many years ago discovering the structure of genes. And this underlies cancer research because cancer is really a disease of the gene. And we're beginning now to understand how to treat cancer based upon the specific genes that are changed. So it's a whole new game.
Right, so you got to break it down to the smallest pieces to build it back up.
The smallest pieces. Find the keys to turn those pieces off and kill those cells.
Absolutely.
And I've been associated with Stand Up to Cancer now for 20 years. 10 years. It's only 10 years old. Sorry. And I am chair of their scientific advisory board. So I work with other scientists to decide where the money goes and who's going to be able to make a difference in patients' lives in the next 3 or 4 years. And so we select research programs that's going to work with patients, treat patients, and hopefully, because it's research, you're never sure, benefit patients within a 3-year window.
That's an incredible cause that you've been working for. 20 years, you said, 10 years now.
I've been working on cancer research for 40.
40
I've been working
years, oh my goodness.
Stand Up to Cancer for 10 years. It's only 10 years old. 10 years ago, 7 ladies here in Los Angeles said, we want to change the culture of cancer research. We want to make cancer scientists around the country and around the world collaborate. have a culture of working together, team science, different disciplines, work on material from patients to understand how to treat this disease better. And it has been transformative. I mean, we have literally changed the culture of cancer research in this country and many other countries. So it's really been a spectacularly exciting 10 years. Just amazing what's going on.
Well, as evidence of the nature of collaboration of Stand Up to Cancer, we also have Dr. Tuvison here. Would you give us some of your background? And I understand you're the director of Cancer Center at Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, the chief scientist of the Lustgarten Foundation. Quite a resume, sir.
Yes. How do you do? It's fun to be on Twitch TV.
Yeah.
Talking
We're
with
glad to
the
have you.
younger generation, folks my children's age. And as Dr. Sharp was saying, in the field of cancer research, we've gone from a time when we didn't know that much to the time today where we know a lot, and we're looking for the weapons. Just like in the video games, you have these sophisticated ways for helping your friends and hurting your enemies. We're doing that in cancer research today. It's really metaphorically the same. As Dr. Sharp has been leading us in Stand Up to Cancer, we've developed new therapies for pancreas cancer research, for melanoma, for breast cancer, prostate cancer, brain cancer. The list goes on and on. Thanks to the innovative thinking of the scientists and doctors working with Stand Up to Cancer, and importantly, the structure of funding it, which is what Stand Up to Cancer embodies, that spirit of collaboration, that spirit of immediacy, such that we're not doing research that might one day work, but rather applying our best new ideas today in efforts to get therapies into the clinic within a year. It's just amazing to see our progress. And I'm as we all know, everybody's affected by cancer. And what we need today are people who are as quick with moving their fingers on the buttons to apply weapons to bad guys and apply these weapons to the bad guys known as the cancer. And cancer is just like that. We have great new weapons. We're inventing new ones. We now have to apply them. And hopefully some of your reviewers will want to join us in this quest.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And in addition to the weapons that we have, it's important for gamers to get together and play as a team. And I think that's one of the coolest things that Stand Up to Cancer has done to enable you guys to work together. Do you have any insights, anecdotes as to how your approach to research has changed now that you're working in a team, and how quickly things have progressed as opposed to when when everyone was working separately?
So in particular, in cancer research, one of the first dream teams, and a dream team is about 6 major scientists from different institutions around the country working together. This particular dream team had a Nobel laureate quality scientist at the Salk Institute, a clinical pancreatic scientist at the TGen in Arizona, and many other teams, but they brought basic science and patients together. And literally, they were able to make discoveries that led to a new approved drug that's becoming the major treatment for pancreatic cancer. We need more. I mean, pancreatic cancer is still a major problem. But we've given hope to a lot of people. And we have a lot of new treatments that are in clinical trials that could make very large differences. So it's trying to make a difference in people who are struggling with this disease. And in essence, it's a team of the patients too. You can't do this science if the patients aren't willing to be involved in clinical trials, to have some discomfort because they have to have more biopsies. But by doing that, they help every patient who will have this disease throughout history. So we're changing things. And it's a team. It's a team of scientists, clinicians, leaders, Hollywood, and patients. And that makes a big difference. That's a way we can make more progress as quickly as we can.
Well, we here on Twitch are proud to add gamers to that cause, and hopefully we can put our energy behind you.
The gamers, I just met coming in today 2 young people who've raised $22,000, a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
That's incredible.
For Stand Up to Cancer. They were selling cookies And a lady said, "Oh, that's $2 worth of cookies," and handed her 20. And she said, "Oh, thank you. The rest will go to Stand Up to Cancer."
Excellent. Dr. Tuvison, we got a little insight into how Dr. Sharp got involved from the very beginning with Stand Up to Cancer. Can you give us some insight into what drew you to the program?
So actually, Dr. Sharp invited me to join this program when my laboratory was still based in England. And when we moved back 6.5 years ago, I started to attend the meetings and become involved as an advisor to the foundation, involved in judging groups, etc. That has grown over time. The foundation I work with is called the Lustgarten Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research. And we have decided this is one of the best uses of our resources to partner with Stand Up to Cancer to develop additional teams of scientists, such as those described by Dr. Sharp, who would work collectively to fight pancreatic cancer. And we recently reviewed new ideas by these individuals, and I think have chosen a good number of new teams to fight pancreatic cancer. And so I found my engagement with Stand Up to be extremely rewarding, and has reaffirmed that the majority of people would love to work together if they were given the opportunity. As Phil said, the patients need it, they want it. Our hospitals and academic centers are supportive of it. And even the pharmaceutical industries are seeing a tremendous benefit of this also. They are now coming to us and allowing us to engage them in ways that we never would have imagined. All to allow patients a better chance at engaging in a clinical trial to learn more about their cancer and potentially to help that person.
Okay. Well, the last question I have for you, Dr. Tuvison, you mentioned wanting gamers to get involved, wanting more people to take up the cause and to help out. How can our average viewer do that, and how can our exceptional viewer who is perhaps interested in moving into the medical field get involved with this?
Well, I actually think we should have a Stand Up to Cancer-based video game where we have bad cancer cells running around and weapons that we've invented through Stand Up to Cancer that we could be applied to it, and have areas in the game where we don't even know the right weapon. And I'm not saying this as a joke. I actually do think that part of why we're successful in stand-up is we give people that chance to be creative that they don't have in the normal grant funding structures that exist. We take on high-risk, high-reward projects at a level unprecedented in biomedical science. And that's what's led, really, to our successes. And I think, the young crowd, which I formerly was a member of, have a lot to offer in that space. You are amongst the most creative and impulsive individuals out there. A lot of great things come from you.
Great.
And I would much rather see pictures of you blowing holes in cancer cells than in making a spaceship to go to Mars. But in any case, I actually do think there's a real option here. And then very lastly, we do use social media as ways to, for example, come up with names for things we work on that us older people can't name things, and we don't know how to badge things properly.
Cancer face.
I do think there would be ways to set up challenges that would engage the younger audience and show them that it's really fun to be a scientist and to discover things. When you discover things no one has seen before, that is one of the more amazing opportunities anybody can have. And
you have a patient walk up to you and give you a kiss on the cheek and say, "I'm alive today because your science, your work cured my cancer." Can you imagine what that's like?
I cannot.
Everything in you explodes. It's just an extraordinary gift to help people that way. And so I'm just encouraging these exciting young people to think about being involved in cancer research, to be supportive of their parents or others who are themselves or their colleagues who have cancer.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Sharp. Dr. Tuvison, I could talk to you all day. You have made wonderful contributions to the scene, and thank you so much for taking the time to come up here and talk to the Twitch audience today. I just want to say, any last words for you, sir?
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, thanks for your support and for tuning in. And think about applying your skills to defeating cancer.
We love it. I'm going to set you guys up with 2 Point Hospital, too, before you go. There's a fun game for doctors out there. We're going to check back in. We've got Markiplier and Pokemon playing some Fortnite here. How are you guys doing? Some surgical precision in game?
Well, I mean, like we're not dead.
And we got a couple kills.
Yeah,
You got
even
kills.
me. Even I did.
Yeah.
Be real
I'm
with
pretty
me,
proud of
Pokemon.
us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Thank you, doctors.
Thank you, doctors.
Thank you for your time.
Hearing about what they do is incredible.
Yeah. And then hearing about what we're doing right now is the opposite of incredible. We are the absolute worst. I should say I am the absolute worst at this.
Listen, this is a team game. We're also testing out the new Fortnite mode,
Yeah.
and I keep farming even though I don't need mats, but
Yeah, so we made the horrible mistake of not knowing how to play the game before we started to go play the game, and then we were playing the game wrong, and then everyone was actually completing the objectives, and then we were coming up behind people and being like, oh, got you, and then they
yeah,
were just like, well,
you guys are actually trying to do stuff. We're just trying to get kills.
stupid. That's how you get famous in Fortnite. You get a lot of kills.
That pro
Yeah.
gamer influence. We're just trying to complete the objectives, guys.
Yeah, I hate to say I wasn't able to hear much of anything that the two guests were talking about. Can you fill us in on like what the overall details of that?
Yeah,
What'd you learn?
absolutely. Both of them are very excited. The way Stand Up to Cancer functions is it brings a lot of doctors in to collaborate on programs. And I mean, I think we're all familiar about, a lot of people when they're trying to do research, they're trying to do it for a profit or trying to race other people to the goal. And so a lot of research is going on where doctors could collaborate, but unfortunately they're competing against each other. Well, Stand Up to Cancer says, hey, instead of, competing against each other to find the cure, why don't we all work together? Because then the winner is everybody when we can find the cure. So it's
Such a great initiative,
it's such a different approach. It's so common sense. It's amazing to
but that
to see.
otherwise might not have happened if no one really put those collaborations into place.
Yeah, Stand Up to Cancer. I think it's been 10 years. Dr. Sharp said that he's been involved 10 years for the entirety of the program.
Oops. Sorry. Yes, that is
We might
fascinating.
be
Ceiling
getting
over your
fights.
stairs, by the way.
And I am really happy to be a part of this. And I
No, you can do it. Focus on the fight. Dude, Pokemon Master Builder.
I mean, not quite, but I do what I can.
I'm a master flailer. So long as I'm able to get a lot of fingers on a lot of buttons, I feel like I did something really cool. And I think I did. And I'm doing something really cool now. I'm bleeding out, so that's pretty cool.
I want to save you, but also
No, I'm long gone.
Dude,
There's
never
nothing
stop
left to
doing what you're
save.
doing.
Yeah.
see, I was trying to do a trick shot, but okay, we're playing duos in a squad game, so it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, so that's our first excuse. Our second excuse is that I am very tired and haven't warmed up yet. And my third excuse is that this morning, I didn't eat a good breakfast. You gotta get a good
gotta eat a
breakfast,
good
or else
breakfast.
you're not
It's
able to do
actually
anything.
hilarious. He hasn't played in a while, so he didn't even realize that there's these new anti-gravity fields. So there's a lot that he
Why
needs
is that
to catch
hilarious?
up on. Because
I should just assume that, I'm thinking that maybe they'll put some anti-gravity bubbles in this game. I should have known that. Oh, that seems
we're talking
logical.
about what are these purple area things? You have a lot to catch up on, but we'll get there. That was first game of the day, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Either way, I think I did okay because I got one kill.
Exactly. No,
Although
same here.
I'm quite embarrassed because the feed was on my character the entire time, so they got to see me fumble all my guns and be like, is this a rifle? Is this a shotgun? I don't know. It's shooting bullets in a direction.
We're learning. It's a learning process.
I don't want to learn. I'm far too past the point where I could even come close to learning enough about Fortnite to be good at it. Just give me Quake 3 Arena, I'll do great. Fortnite
50v50,
can't do.
that's it.
50v50 Quake 3 Arena would be amazing. I want that. And 50v50 here. But I'll do that again if I actually
We
can learn
could.
what it was.
All right, Markiplier, Pokemon, we've got another guest on the stage here. Let me introduce
Awesome.
you to Connor. Connor, do you know these guys at all?
Yeah.
Really?
Have you heard of them before?
Yes. I watched.
Which one of us do you like more?
I
Don't
know.
make him just
Yeah,
say,
come on.
say
To
both.
choose?
Come on.
Both.
Both,
No, that's
he
not what I
says.
asked.
Okay, say Mark, but I know it's me.
Both.
Aw.
Oh, so are you much of a Fortnite player?
Mm-hmm.
And where do you like to drop?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Do you play solo? Do you play squads, duos?
Squads.
Squads. I like to hear it.
You
And-
play rando squads?
No.
Oh,
good. Yeah, I was about to
man.
say. I was like,
That's the
man.
party.
Oh, a masochist over there. I've done that once, and I hated every second of it.
Yeah, you didn't make friends. You didn't spawn a lifetime friendship. with
Duo
the people
fill, you
you're
can make
random
friends.
squatting?
Yeah.
Squad fill, you make enemies.
Squad, every time I jumped in a squad game, it was always 3 other guys that were already friends, and then I was the jerk coming in there and just ruining their day, and I'm like, I'm trying to have fun. Just trying here.
Can't imagine
Only
3
they
guys
knew
their
who
day
you were.
ruined because Markiplier joined their squad. They're like, what is this
Well,
famous guy? Get out
I'm
of
not
here.
going into a game like, it's always like, are you the real Markiplier? Like, no YouTuber streamer has their real name, but I do because I bought the single player version of this game back when it first came out. That's why I have that skin. And anyway, hey, how
Oh,
you
see,
doing?
Connor, it's just like the internet. That you hit the play button, and they just keep talking. Connor, what brings you to Stand Up to Cancer?
Just to watch the telecast.
You're here to watch the telecast, and why is Stand Up to Cancer important to you, Connor?
Because it helped me get through my treatment and everything.
Can you tell us a little bit about your treatment?
I was diagnosed with stage 3 Ewing sarcoma, and I went through 14 rounds of chemo,
14. How long did that take you to recover?
10 months.
And
Props to you.
that's an incredible story.
Yeah, it really
How old
is.
were you when this happened?
10,
10?
How old are you now?
14.
14? Oh, that's incredible. No sign of relapse or anything like
No.
that? That's awesome. Man,
Thank you.
congratulations.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
And was Stand Up to Cancer involved from the very beginning for you, or did you find them over the course of your treatment?
Over the course.
Over the
treatment.
course of it? And how did things change once Stand Up to Cancer got involved?
Um,
Can you remember? 10 years old is a long, not my clearest memories for sure. Well, now that you're feeling better, you're back with us. What do you like to do day to day? What's Connor up to these days?
well, I get home, do homework. If I don't have baseball, then I get on PS4 and play.
So PS4 and baseball. Are you better at the real life sports? You better at the esports?
Real life.
That's cool. What do you play in baseball?
Not
What position?
Yeah.
First base.
First base. Nice. You guys play? Do you play any actual sports? You guys
I
I
wrestled.
used to. I used to
wrestle?
play a lot of soccer.
Yeah, no, I was the kind of kid when I was in school, I could be athletic. Like I had the potential to be athletic. It was like right as I hit puberty, I suddenly grew muscle and I was like, everyone was like, hey, you have a future. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, no, not at all. So I gravitated towards sports that were individualistic, and then wrestling was too hard. So I went to track and field, and then sprinting and running in general, I hate. So I went to do throwing in track and field because I liked the idea of just taking
the
a big heavy
javelin,
thing.
shot puts.
I wish we had a javelin. It was just a big rock that we had. We had a real low budget.
Is
at
this
our school.
relatable to current school experience? Do you still have all these sports available, or does everyone just play video
Do
games?
you throw
these days?
rocks? I did that.
I don't think we have that. No.
You don't have throw rock? You got to get throw rock. It's a great sport. My favorite one. You take rock and you throw it. It's so fun.
Maybe a little dangerous for the kids these days. Do you guys? Is
No,
Fortnite
that's catch
popular
rock.
at school?
Yeah.
Catch rock. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's
Throw
dangerous.
rock's pretty
Catch
safe.
rock.
Catch rock. Stakes change.
Throw rock, catch rock, pet rock. We used to have pet rocks. Does anyone else?
No.
Too old, dang
Connor
it.
says no. No, everybody plays Fortnite these days. You guys are playing it right now. You play on PS4. Do you do the dances? Can you do any of the Fortnite dances?
Oh, no.
Ooh.
No? I bet you can, though.
There's some easy ones I bet you
Can
could
you do a Fortnite dance?
I mean, the really basic ones. I'm talking maybe like the loser dance. You just keep your feet up.
That's all I can do.
The hula?
That's all I got. Can you
The
do
hula?
Backpack Kid?
No.
Can you floss?
No.
No, that's the quiz I got for you here today.
You
Connor.
couldn't
I could
pay
floss.
me money to do a Fortnite dance on any sort of video format.
I got no rhythm. I think the kids who can do the Fortnite dances blow my mind. It's such
Damn,
skill.
some of them are really talented, actually.
So Connor, do you ever think you'd be on a stage talking to these guys? Do your friends know who they are too?
Never. But yeah, they do.
Yeah. Do you want to ask them any
Which
questions?
one are their favorites?
Huh?
Ask them right now. Text them. Ask them who their favorite is.
FaceTime them, ask them.
You could do
We'll
that.
keep track.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Do you want to ask Markiplier or Pokemon any questions? Your friends watching at home, you can clip this, send it to them later.
I don't really have any questions.
No questions for you guys.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Do you want to keep telling us about high school sports?
Yeah, so after Catch Rock got banned, actually that's kind of odd. I invented a sport called, I can't talk about this on a family-friendly
Nope.
thing.
We're taking it back.
All right, so we basically throw a half-full Gatorade bottle. We'd sit on the floor and spread our legs open, and we'd fling a
Don't play
filled
these
Gatorade
games,
bottle
Connor.
into each other's crotches as hard as we could, and that was our game. That's not a joke. That is a real thing.
Almost
I did.
Olympic level. Almost.
Yeah. I
Don't
miss
do these
catchwalk.
things, Connor. This is a do not try at home. What was it like coming actually back home and trying to get started at school again after having to step out for treatment?
It was a little bit hard to get used to at first, and then right after I got back into rhythm, it was just felt normal.
Did your friends, are they happy to get you back, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. They missed you. And how was your family throughout? That's pretty
good.
tough, right?
Good.
They were supportive?
Yes, very.
Of course. Yeah, I'm so glad you were able to come through. Stand Up to Cancer has done some incredible things. Gotten involved with Stand Up to Cancer features? Have you gotten to meet anybody or go anywhere?
For my Make-A-Wish, I went to the World Series, and
Wow.
so they were there too.
That's pretty incredible. Well, Connor, like we said, your friends and family are going to have the opportunity to tune in and watch this later on. Is there anything you want to say to them? No.
Nothing?
Man, a few
Give
words.
them a shout out. Trust me, they'll
Yeah.
appreciate
Come
it.
on. Which friend is your
All
favorite?
those guys you play with after school on the PS4, give them a shout out.
Little trash talk, maybe.
Even better.
I don't. Like,
Connor's got nothing. Connor, well, I'm going to let you go and get back
Thanks
to all
for
the exciting
joining
things
us.
happening.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Make sure you get a picture with them later on. But for now, Pokemon Markiplier, I'm going to let you play a little more Fortnite over here. And it's playing duos. What are you going into now?
Kind of down to try soaring 50s or
Oh,
getaway
yeah?
again, but let's do Phil
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
so we can have more teammates.
Oh, sweet.
Because we need it.
I always do 50s like solo mode just because I don't want anyone else to feel like I'm obligated to get them up. So like, if I see
But you
people
have
go
so
down to my
many
team,
more teammates, so many more people to.
let down, like people that I just don't want anything to do with. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like I have an aversion. Because it's every time I get in this game and they see my name and they're just like, "Are you the real Markiplier?" And then they're like, "Are you recording this?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just
I'm
trying
just
to
playing,
have fun.
yeah.
Please."
No, I feel you.
Yeah. You want to do soaring 50s though?
Let's go.
All right, I'll do that. Yeah, I've never done soaring 50s. Like, I do 50 v50 because I'm a coward and I'm okay with admitting that. And I don't like any sort of pressure on me. It's like I've had the worst nightmare I ever had was I was the last teammate alive and there were like 10 other people. And the tragedy was I got
that's actually such
few
a sad
kills.
situation.
I know. So I was boxed in there and I got like 2 people and I'm like, this is going to be my moment.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
gonna
when
do it.
when I clean
Your
out the
enemy-
entire like immediately die horribly because I fell off and then someone shot me and then it was just embarrassing.
Hey, 2 in a 1v10 is way better than none.
Yeah. But also I lost. So there's that.
But you can just consider every kill a win. So you won twice, but then lost
But I
once.
don't know. Every failure that's ever happened in my life I remember and relive every
Oh, really?
time I go to bed at night.
Like throw rock.
Throw rock. I remember when I lost a match of throw rock. I still have the scar on my head. Super embarrassing.
Okay, do you remember
How to
I
play?
feel-
Yeah, I remember.
not Fortnite?
Lost. Whatever.
What's the track and field sport where like you jump like backwards?
Oh, high jump?
Is that really? But everybody just jumps. Anyways, high jump. Do you know
Well-
if high jump is still popular? That's why I wanted to ask Connor.
I mean, it's not really that those things are popular. It's just they're very like remembered because that they are an Olympic sport, and it's fascinating with high jump the story behind it because everyone used to do high jump going forward over the bar.
And then people started going.
No, just one guy. At one Olympics, one guy went backwards, and everyone was like, "Is that allowed? Can he do that?" And
But then that ended up being better.
exactly,
Yeah.
he was able to go way higher, and it was just like unconventional thinking and something that people have been doing for literally forever. And it just totally changed up the entire way you do it. And so what it amounted to, oh yeah, and keep the gameplay on Pokemon the entire time because mine is going to
Please
be
no.
very, very bad. Yeah, but it's just like things like that always come about, and it's like when people think of something in an innovative way, it's like, oh, everyone hates it at first, but then it's like, if it's better, I guess let's jump backwards. The
I'm a
injury
go
level
Dusty.
went up way high though.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because people would like come in laterally and they'd slam themselves into the sidebar and just kind of like wang doodle their neck.
Why do you know so much about high jump?
Because I did track and field. I did
Oh.
high jump. Sorry, I didn't mention
Oh,
that, did
okay.
I? Yeah,
No.
I did high jump.
I thought you were just a throw rock kind of dude.
No. I'm multifaceted. I have different parts of my personality that people don't know.
Are you trying to convince me or yourself?
I'm special and I'm cool. That's what I'm saying, and that's what people understand about me.
Tell
anyone at home knows. Think of 3 words that go with who I am: special, cool, and smart. Those are the 3 words.
You write that out every night before bed. I am special, cool,
I have a
smart.
tattoo
I
gun
am
by my
special,
bed, and I
cool,
just
smart.
scar it into my skin. Below the shirt is just I am special, I am cool, I am smart. Over and over again. What are
Good,
we doing?
it's confidence building.
I've totally forgotten what we're playing.
We're playing 50 v 50.
Right, 50 v 50 mode. I'm
Soaring.
so sorry. I'll give those back. Here, take
Which
them.
I
Take
think-
them. I'm sorry.
Can I get some of those?
I don't know. I got 2 blue shotguns.
Oh my god, this guy just gave me the. I think he knows. Thank you so much for the slurp. By the way, slurps are way better now.
Are they? Why?
Yep.
They were good before. Oh
No,
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 slurps.
they're way better now. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I was thinking minis.
You
Yeah.
You get 75 shield or health. Either one, depending on what you need. It prioritizes health, but it'll just fill up whatever you need.
That sounds nice, man. It's literally I couldn't care less about the new features of the game. I mean, that's a
Okay,
terrible
but
thing to
purple
say.
field was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. I can also see
Alright.
how going into that would get you killed, just like the
Oh.
jump rocks or hop rocks, whatever they were
Yo,
called.
Mark, can you just stand at that tree right there?
Where?
Can you actually
Oh,
break that tree?
No, I know what you're
No,
gonna
no,
do.
no, just break the tree. Just
No, I know what you're gonna do.
I'm not gonna do anything.
I'm not that much
I'm
of a
showing you
scrub.
cool new
oh wait, no, that's something
features.
else. What is that? I don't like it. Instantly, it's an even worse version of the other one. Why would you do that to me?
No fall damage, so it's actually a better version. It's a friendlier version.
All right, well, I'm gonna eat these mushrooms.
I'm
glad
also
the
the
camera
friend that
panned
gets
over for me
impulse.
so I could run hunting and foraging for mushrooms. Thanks, guys. This is the kind of gripping gameplay that people want to see.
We're actually just farming and getting mushrooms. But
Yeah.
at least we can do this.
You know,
We're safe.
they should put a mini game in where the farm is, where you can actually like start to grow crops.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it'd be really
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, and then comes like the people that would get really uppity about it and they want to defend their land, and then you got to like recruit people and you pay them in like bullets or whatever.
A new mode
Yeah.
where it's Fortnite and Royale, but everyone's a farmer. I
We'll
think there's
call-
someone near you. I don't know if they're friendly though. So
I don't know.
I'm just saying, be careful.
I'm a walking bag of ammo.
He's
and
not
loot. Yeah,
friendly.
he's not friendly.
I'm
He's
coming.
very not friendly.
Don't die.
Well, no.
Don't
You
die.
know what? You can't tell me what to do.
You know what? I actually can't.
I'm gonna just bandage for a second here. But listen, I do what I want.
I don't have a very good long range gun, so I'm gonna just run up to him. All right?
This is how bad it is. I knew I had a burst rifle. I forgot you had to click it multiple times to shoot it. That was my problem right there.
Hey, you're behind him. You got this.
Huh?
Oh, good job.
Me?
Oh wait, that wasn't
That's
you.
not
That was
me.
the other guy.
Thank
But this guy's so nice.
That guy's good.
Yeah.
Man, just abandon me and go with
Oh,
him.
you want to see? Oh, come here. Come try this.
No,
You're gonna like this.
I've seen a sweet Tim the Tatman clip.
I
using
saw that one too.
That was a pretty
I
good
thought it was
one.
pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny because I met.
Hey.
What do you do? What?
Use it.
Oh, you want
Hey,
me to use it? Okay,
use it.
here you can take this long range gun too.
Thank you.
I met him at the Pro Am and I was telling him like I watch your videos all the time and I watch your streams, and he was like no way, and I'm like I loved your World of Warcraft. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, I used to watch his World of Warcraft stuff all the time. And now he's just playing Fortnite all the time.
In that tone.
Hopping on the popular train. I see how it is, Mr. Man.
But it seems like he could probably have fun with any game. Just that kind of dude.
Of course, yeah. No, I mean, he's a nice guy. Like I found him actually because he made a video about 4 years ago now that was just basically talking about how his best tips for trying to get traction on stuff, and I really liked the positive attitude of it, and I saw that and I was like, hey, pretty cool. I never talked to him before that, but it was just like I watch a lot of Twitch streams in my casual spare time.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, I watch tons of
I
streams.
watch way more YouTube than I ever watch Twitch nowadays.
No. Twitch
That's
actually is primary for me. YouTube watching is secondary for just exclusively Warhammer 40k stuff. Shout out to 40k Theories over there. But yeah, I'm really boring in terms of my YouTube consumption. But Twitch streams are just so fun to put on and just watch and just enjoy. You had a lot.
No, I didn't. I just found it.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well,
But I figured YOLO. There's people ahead of us.
uh-huh.
If we want to die.
Me. I volunteer. I'll go first. I'll block the bullets. Where are you? There you are. Okay.
Oh, he's one shot. I hit him for 75 health.
That's a lot.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself.
That's pretty incredible.
I think I'm about to text my mom and let her know.
Yeah. Also, while you guys at home are watching this incredibly terrible gameplay, remember, you can contribute to Stand Up to Cancer. The information is directly above us.
Please
Any
do.
contribution helps. Literally, any contribution helps. It doesn't matter what, because 100% of your contribution is going directly to research. You know it will. It's verifiable. They have specialist teams of researchers that are teamed up for this. They collaborate, they share, and it goes towards a great cause. So please give whatever you can.
You know, I couldn't have asked for a better lead-in, Markiplier,
That was
Pokimane. You guys are
great.
doing a great job bringing awareness to the cause. And actually, we got another interview here. We have Italia Ricci, who's joining us.
Hello.
From Designated
Hi.
Survivor. Tell us, and come on, real close there. We're on the gamer setups here. I know you're familiar with
Dinner
the gamer
first.
setups. As I understand it, you've played a little Fortnite in your day.
Okay, by a little, I really mean a little. I played probably 4 minutes on my husband's once when he was away because I was like, I'll get really good and impress him, and I just kept building myself into a box. But I've never touched a PC before, so I have no idea what to do. But I'm like, my jaw is open just watching these two. Like, this is unbelievable. I can't even move my eyeballs fast enough to keep up with you guys. Like, how? Look at their hands. Look at their hands. That's insane.
My hands are really not doing much.
You may be
Her
saying
hands
that.
on the keyboard over here.
You may be saying that right now, but everyone at home on Twitch is just like scrub, terrible, like worst gameplay ever.
What does scrub mean?
Just terrible. Just the
Remember when
worst.
TLC said they don't want no
Oh,
scrubs?
no
It was
scrubs,
because
no
they don't want
scrubs.
people that are bad at Fortnite.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Wow. And I thought like I really
Hey,
hit
I got
when
a
I was
couple.
good at like Super Smash Brothers.
I'm helping
No,
my
that still
team.
holds up.
You
Okay,
That-
good.
your skills
Really
still, you can
Thank
cash
God.
those in
Thank God.
2018. But Pokimane here plays all day. She's a live streamer on Twitch. She's incredible
Yes,
at this
ma'am.
game. Markiplier
Yeah.
is a YouTuber who makes a ton of video game.
I do
And,
nothing.
like, I
We
think like
stream at
fitness
our
content
screens.
now.
Yeah.
All day.
Huh?
Do you do like fitness content now? I don't know, just like
No.
healthy lifestyle stuff. I don't
Oh.
know. I just see you looking good on Twitter all the time.
Oh,
So maybe I'm
thank
just
you.
taking that as like advertisement.
Thank you.
Well, for those at home, he looks good not on Twitter.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's been complaining about his hair all day, Italia.
Well,
and I don't know why.
You guys need to get like hair-friendly headsets. You know what? She knows what to do. You got to go.
Yeah,
down.
yeah. You have to
Pull some through.
remove
Yeah, I
the
didn't think
hair
about
from
that. I have
under
no
the
idea what I've
headset.
got.
Or you did it perfectly. I was afraid for your hair when you put this
I'm
on. It
afraid
came out
for it, but I'm
flawless.
trusting you guys.
Came out great. Italia, we're happy you at Stand Up to Cancer here. It's such a
Yes.
cool event. How did you get involved to begin with?
So I was on an ABC Family show called Chasing Life, where I played a 23-year-old young lady who was diagnosed with leukemia, and I started feeling kind of guilty that I could turn off the cancer on weekends. I felt just like that wasn't
that's
fair,
true.
and so I tried to find as many places as I could to explore and see what the organizations were about. And so I found one that was more about setting up communities and support groups, and then this one, which is more about finding groundbreaking answers to like the scientific problems and the biological problems in the actual cancer itself. So I became an ambassador, and I've been working with them for about 5 years now, and it's
Wow,
you know,
5
and I
years.
still wanted, like, I'm just like, I'll do everything, which is why they're like, do you want to play Fortnite? I was like, sure.
You're so gung ho for 5 years. I mean, Stand Up to Cancer has just gotten bigger.
I know, 10
More
years.
exciting. 10 years it's
10
been going on
years.
total. What kind of changes have you seen in the 5 years that you were involved?
Well, definitely the global awareness of it. Like, people all, like, I wore a Stand Up to Cancer hoodie on my flight here yesterday, and people were like, oh, are you doing the telecast? And I was like, yes.
That's so
People,
cool.
That's
and
incredible.
one security guy at the airport was like, is that from the MLB games? And I was like, yes. So it's just like the amount of people that are now recognizing it as like Stand Up to Cancer. They know SU2C. They know exactly what it represents, and that's conversation that's just going to keep going.
Yeah, one of the coolest things is, I'm so excited that Twitch is involved because we're
Yeah.
joining so many huge broadcasters who dedicate an hour of their day today to put the message out there. And you've taken your time over the last 5 years to share this message. What about it was so important to you when you decided to settle on Step Up to Cancer as your cause?
Well, I wanted to make sure that I covered all my bases. So I have the one that's more for the people actually going through it on the ground. This one is more behind the scenes, raising money for the grants so that the scientists can keep doing their work to end cancer. And then, I work with Children's Hospital LA, and I volunteer there as often as I can just to be with the kids, like one-on-one. So it's like, you just want to make sure you're covering all your bases to do as much as you possibly can. And when I was doing the show, a lot of people associate cancer with old people or really young people. So I was playing a young adult, and a lot of people don't realize how common that is, unfortunately. And so being able to share that awareness within this platform, which has already gotten so much bigger in the 10 years, is really important to me.
When you visit the children at the Children's Hospital, do you think you'll be able to relate a little better now that you had Fortnite experience? Are they going to be into that?
No, definitely not me. But when I drag my husband, but what I am learning are card tricks. I'm
You
learning
like
some
card
magic,
tricks?
some sleight of
No,
hand.
we don't have a deck of cards up here.
I have 2 in my purse
Show us.
downstairs. I'm not kidding. I swear. to
Just
God.
pantomime it without the cards.
No,
I'll be
'cause then
just
you'll
as
see
amazed.
the trick.
Pretend.
Yeah.
Just pretend.
Do acoustic
I wish I could
card
make
tricks.
something disappear, but I'm not there yet.
That's a really, I mean, to dedicate your time to try and make this experience so positive for the kids, for everyone that you're trying to get involved with is really phenomenal. I mean, I'm in awe of all our content creators who've come out here today to dedicate their time.
Aw.
Is there anything you want to say to the audience watching?
Donate. Anything makes a difference. You were saying it. It's you don't have to raise $1 million. You just have to raise your awareness, raise somebody else's awareness, tell a story, get them to tune in. Donate if you want to donate. Buy the Stand Up to Cancer shop online. They have jewelry. There's hats. There's water bottles. There's amazing stuff. Please, just anything you can do, help end cancer.
And as Talia said, when you wear it out in public, people give you mad props
They
because
sure
it's
do.
a great
They
cause
sure do.
and they're happy to see you supporting it. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks for
you
coming
guys
on today.
Sorry I couldn't play.
And, we'll
Oh,
get
no,
you
it's
in
fine.
next time. These
Yeah,
guys
honestly,
are
it's
doing their
okay.
own little learning camp over here. Let's check back in. Pokemon Markiplier, how are things going in the Fortnite?
Oh, well, we won. Don't
Yeah.
believe what anyone else
Is that
told
what you
We
kept
won.
it on this screen so
Oh,
it would
yeah.
come over? so
The
they could
game
see?
had already ended.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
had
it was
already
pretty cool.
won.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
I got 2 kills this time, so I'm
You got
going.
2 kills?
Yeah, every game that we play, I get 1 more kill. That's
I
the
got-
trend.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh. It's so
Hi.
fascinating to see. Hello. Yeah, you should be on. Maybe? No? Oh, no, it's us. Hey, how's it going? Anyway, I was just gonna say it's so fascinating to see all these stories come out of everyone that comes up on the stage because everyone knows someone that's affected by
exactly.
cancer. Yeah, and it's so pervasive. It's so like unifying in a weird way because everyone knows the suffering. If you haven't been through it yourself, you know what it's like because, like with me, I saw my dad go from someone that was my hero, someone that I loved incredibly, someone that I looked up to, and I saw what cancer took away from him. And I saw like how cancer broke him down, and I saw how cancer like removed his like freedom and his ability to live his life. It wasn't just that he was facing death, it was that he was facing losing like the time that he had left with his family too. And those moments like before he passed on it were just like the moments that I share the most, and sometimes the moments that I regret the most because I wish I could have. There's nothing I could have done.
Yeah.
And it's so easy.
But
to
you'll
blame
always
yourself.
kind of feel that way.
I wish I could have been there more for him, but I had to go to high school and all that stuff. And I had to go to college, and it was these moments that I missed out on those moments with my dad, and I'll always remember. I'll always remember.
And it's crazy to think so many more people than you would expect really relate to that. I've never spoken about this publicly, but my mom also battled cancer. Luckily, I was pretty young, and luckily she beat it. But to imagine a world where that wasn't the case, or at that time we didn't have the technology that we had to treat her, just really breaks my heart. Even the thought of it, and the thought of how many people have been affected that way. So it really just motivates you to want to be a part of these causes, want to give regardless of the amount, whether it be $1, 10, or any more.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just worth it.
And I want to give a special shout out because one of my closest friends, his name's Tyler, his mom just relapsed back into cancer. And
so sorry to hear that.
she has, I believe it's stage 4B uterine papillary serous carcinoma. And it's really, really devastating to hear, especially someone that I am so close to and someone that I care about so much, to know that they're right now going through this loss with their parent. And again, like his mom alone is bearing this burden, but they're doing something wonderful because he's going around and he's doing these bucket list vlogs. And he's just taking these trips with his mom,
That's
and he's
so
really,
sweet.
truly cherishing. Yeah, it's something
that's
super
really
special.
great.
And so I just want to say, out there, like everyone knows someone who's probably going through something like this right now. And like even if you aren't directly related to them, even if you can't donate, and like again, even $1 would be great if you can't donate, but reach out to those people. They
We
need
have
the support.
We have another interview
Yeah,
over here.
go for
Speaking
it.
of wonderful people donating their
Absolutely.
time and energy, we've got Adam here from Survivor. And Adam, we're at Stand Up to Cancer. We're playing some Fortnite over here. What brings you to Stand Up to Cancer
Well,
today?
it's definitely not Fortnite. I think I played one time on my phone.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Does
amazing part
anybody
of
play on
Fortnite.
their phone?
So many
Yeah.
people.
Really?
Yeah, no, hundreds
Because
and
I couldn't
millions.
even figure out how to turn. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I ended
It's
up in a
a
river,
lot-
and then I just stood in a river, and then a blue thing came, and then I died.
Oh, that's not good. You gotta watch out for the blue thing.
Yeah, I found out later that it gets smaller and smaller, and you have to
Yes, the
actually stay
storm,
within the
yeah.
area or whatever. I didn't even get shot at. I just like
A for
stood
effort,
there.
all right? You tried.
It was not an A for effort. Like I could have like got on my computer or whatever. I literally was just like everybody's talking about this, so
I would love to know
download.
the statistics of like how people have died in the game and how the percentages of just the blue, because it's got to be like majority of everything.
See,
It
Adam's-
was truly terrible. So I was not the sole survivor in that one. Definitely not.
He's my favorite kind of player. I log in and I take the bus all the way to the end, and then I drop with all the phone players, and I
Oh,
just
no.
clean up. No, it's great. You're my favorite.
Yeah, you gotta wonder when you're good at the game. You gotta wonder like, where did these people go in the first like 30 seconds? Like, why? How are they gone already? How is that possible? That's me. You're welcome.
But you were inspired to play on mobile. I think it's incredible that you watch people on the commute, especially and on the way to work. They're playing with PC people, they're playing with Switch people, they're playing with
It's all over the place.
It's
And it's
great.
great because you can play with people on other consoles and anybody can relate regardless of what your main console or whatever you played on is.
So my primary reason was to come here and lose to you guys in Fortnite. But my secondary motivation was, Stand Up to Cancer has been a really important part of my life for the last few years. I was on the television show Survivor, and about 7 months before I went on the show, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And did you say that your dad had lung cancer as well? My mom was like the healthiest person you could possibly imagine. Like never smoked a day in her life, worked out every day, ate totally organically, lived the epitome of a healthy lifestyle. And we almost got on Survivor together when they did a family season. So it became this sort of shared dream for the both of us. And then she got sick, and she was the one that actually encouraged me to continue to pursue my dreams and live out that shared dream of ours and actually go on the show. And my mom passed away like an hour after I got home from filming the show. Like I won Survivor, my all-time, like when I was a kid, I would go online. I didn't play Fortnite, but I would go online into chat rooms and vote out strangers on the internet. Like that was my hobby in middle
Committed
school.
to it.
Oh, my first ever email was soulsurvivoradam@yadayada.com.
Wow.
Like when I was 10. So it was my all-time greatest dream come true. Right next to my worst nightmare. I mean, my mom was my best friend. My parents were married for 35 years. My dad is here today. So this is a very personal and important cause to me, especially lung cancer specifically, because people don't talk about this disease. It kills more people than the next top 3 cancer killers combined. And yet there's so much stigma surrounding it because people think, oh, even if you didn't smoke, you must have lived in a smog-filled environment, or maybe you shouldn't have had that job where you were working around all these pesticides or whatever. There's always like, well, how did you get it? We don't ask that question of other
For
diseases.
anything else,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean,
How did you get it?
Bottom line,
How
no
unfair.
one deserves cancer.
No one.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you smoked for 50 years or if you don't smoke at all. Nobody deserves cancer, and anyone can get
get
cancer, including lung cancer. And I, unfortunately, had to learn that the hard way. There are so many people that just don't understand this disease specifically. It's very misunderstood and it's very underfunded. So at the finale, I won. I had to talk about how my mom passed away on live national television. But the good part of that was that we got to launch this campaign with Stand Up to Cancer. And we raised money specifically for the American Cancer Society Stand Up to Cancer Lung Cancer Dream Team. We raised about $400,000 for that dream team specifically. We're continuing to raise money. I hope we raise millions and millions and millions more tonight. And so it's just, that's really why I'm here, is to just try to bring more awareness to this disease and try to raise as much money as possible for research.
Well, Adam, thank you so much for your time. It's an incredible story that you shared with us today, and I think an inspiring one that hits close to home for a lot of us here involved in Stand Up to Cancer. So
It's so cool to me that this is happening. Like, this is such a, new kind of thing, and Stand Up to Cancer is this new organization that's bringing people together from all different kinds of industries, and that's the same way that they do research as well. It's
Yes.
all I don't think we ever would have met otherwise if it weren't for
It's a
Stand Up to
wonderful
Cancer right
cause.
here, right now. So it's
Well
reflective
said,
of the
Adam.
way they do their business.
Well said. Thank you so much. And you are absolutely right. For you guys watching at home, you know the truth of it. We're going to have more interviews throughout the day today. And we're going to have a little more Fortnite from Pokimane and Markiplier right now. We'll check in with you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Ready?
You want to
Round
go back
two?
to 50s again?
Yeah, no, it was actually pretty fun.
It's good enough because this one is low pressure enough that I can kind of talk at the same time and I don't have to worry until the very end, and then everything's going so fast anyway that it doesn't matter.
And then you just die really fast. That's okay.
Yeah, and just thank you everybody so much for joining as well, because this is an important event and it's something that's actually very hard to talk about. Comforting environment here because everyone is like so positive about it. The message
yeah.
Stand Up to Cancer is like
But on
trying
an
to face
everyday
it.
basis,
Yeah,
it's a lot harder.
It's so much harder.
Even though you know that most people will probably have some type of relation.
Yeah,
to,
it's the statistic is so scary. It's 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, just like that's not even like counting the individual various scary statistics. I think breast cancer is 1 in 100, and
Yep.
like testicular cancer is 1 in 200 or something like that. The statistics, you look around you in any room that you're in, and it's
Someone
It's
will
terrifying.
know someone, or someone will have.
But the good thing is that the more we talk about it, the more awareness we bring to it, the more can actually be done. In just the past 10 years, this has been an incredible amount. Oh,
And they're playing some Fortnite. We're doing some interviews with celebrities and doctors and cancer survivors.
That's so incredible. So all of you gamers out there, make sure to check out this super awesome competition streaming right now on Twitch.
Thank you, ladies. Thanks for dropping by. Good luck. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks. Nice to meet you, Mackenzie. Bye.
I didn't realize that there were people over there. I was just blabbing on.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What
We're
was I
here
saying?
to blab.
Oh yeah. I was just saying, 10 years alone, the amount of like new research and new treatment opportunities that has come about are incredible. Like you hear stories of treatments and breakthroughs coming out every day, and new possibilities and new things that can be done. I firmly believe that cancer will be beaten in my lifetime. Like, it may not be in the next 10 years, it may not be in the next 20, but so long as we keep pushing it and talking about it, it
By
will
doing
be beaten.
events like this. and
Exactly. Us
Speaking openly about these things.
yeah, me being terrible, you being good. We can talk about it.
All right, where are we dropping, Mark?
I mean, I guess till
Have you been Viking? I don't know how long.
I've been there. Yes, at the beginning of the season I went there once.
Gracie?
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah.
Well, that's not Viking. That's something
Oh,
else.
you want to go Viking?
No, you just said you wanted
We
to
could
go
go
Viking.
Greasy, we could go Viking. Listen, this
Okay, I
drop
think
is
you're trying to inception me
multi-dimensional,
right
just like
here.
our personalities, right?
I think you're trying to do some kind of psychological trick to
All right,
make me
Greasy
want
it
to
is.
go. There we go. See, I knew it. I knew it. See, I know people are messing with me, but I don't have the wherewithal to prevent the messing from happening. All right, whatever. This is where I wanted to go anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's really cool. I was going.
Listen, I'm sure there will be so many guns in here we can both get one.
I'm not going there anymore because I was.
You mean you didn't really want to go here initially, right?
I was floating over that for a good 10 seconds. It was very obvious that
Maybe your glide should have been better.
Fool are
Okay.
you? I got the double chest. Yeah, this is much better. I'm glad I went over here. You know what? I'm glad that happened. You know, I'm happy. What is that? What is a rift to go?
Oh, I got one too. Those are really fun. If you shake it, you get full health. I mean, full shield.
No, I don't think that's true at all. The name Rift to Go suggests that it doesn't
But you
do
know,
that.
sometimes things are named after unrelated other things.
Yeah, and
Just try it.
Well, the only time that happens is when it's dumb. And no, I'm not going to try it because Rift.
You really don't trust me?
There's a rift and there's no rift in this
We
guy
just
anymore.
start. You need to trust your teammates.
All right, fine, whatever. It wasn't.
But it kind of looked like shield for a second.
Are you
like the
guys
blue.
dropping into a new game right now?
Like the blue kind of.
Yeah, I am. I'm dropping
You are?
away from wherever
okay.
we are.
I see that you're totally
I'm just gonna go
separate
over
now.
here.
Well, I'm
coming,
gonna
Mark.
bring
I'm
the stream
coming.
back
No,
over
it's-
here because I've got another interview. I've got Ben Mankiewicz over here from Turner Classic Movies, from the Young Turks,
That's right.
from a lot of different places. How did you end up at Stand Up to Cancer?
Well, I met the ladies who run Stand Up to Cancer, and there's a very peculiar ability they have. Is that about 7 seconds after you meet them, they say, "Oh, great! Hey, Ben, I love TCM. I'm going to need you to fly to upstate New York and lead a panel with the 4 cancer doctors and Tony Goldwyn, and the plane leaves Thursday." And you're like, and then 4 seconds after that, you're like, okay.
Did I just agree to go to upstate New York?
No, that's it. Like, they have this Svengali-like power that they ask you to do something and you just do it. That's the magic that Stand Up to Cancer has.
Well, I think that's the magic of the cause as well. It's a tough question to ask, but is there any personal reasons that you felt important to get involved in this?
Thankfully, no one in my immediate family has been affected by cancer the way so many millions of families have. But my first job on television, I was a reporter in Charleston, South Carolina. The best reporter there, sort of my mentor there. I learned a lot from my brother, Josh Mankiewicz, who's at Dateline NBC. But it was a reporter named Bob Knowles. And Bob moved on to Charlotte after a couple years, just a few hundred miles away. We stayed in touch, and he got some liver cancer, and he was gone within a week after his honeymoon, or within a month or so after his honeymoon. And young and vibrant, and so and again, he was a mentor. He made. If you worked in a newsroom with Bob Knowles, you left a better reporter than when you entered it.
And now you're on Turner Classic Movies. A lot of movies deal with cancer as a topic.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think there's a lot more to learn from there, or a lot more to cover when movies enter that realm?
Well, again, movies, the best movies sort of take us through the human condition, and if movies do anything about teaching people how to live with cancer, how the different ways that we can approach fighting cancer, and these Stand Up to Cancer has it's not. This doesn't come out of a publicity PR pack. They have changed the way people are living with cancer, changed the way people were fighting with cancer in the decade they've been around. People are alive because of Stand Up to Cancer, because of the money they raise and the money they invest in doctors and researchers. So, it's great to be at an event in Los Angeles, and everybody loves a red carpet, but this one means a lot more than most.
Well, and I think the coolest feature of Stand Up to Cancer is the collaboration, what they're promoting, getting the doctors to work together. How different is that from, how medicine usually functions in the United States? Like, what are they doing that's so separate?
I think of it in some ways as like, as we come up on the anniversary, the 17th anniversary, I think of it a little bit how the intelligence communities reacted after September 11th. Everybody in charge recognized that we need to be talking to each other, right? I mean, the CIA can't hold on to its material, and the FBI onto its material, and the DIA onto its material. We need to work together, and that's certainly Stand Up to Cancer has exposed that as being true of doctors and researchers, and they want to work together. Like, the panel that I was on up there in Putnam, New York, I've seldom seen professionals more enthused, more engaged in what they were doing. And of course, what they're doing is literally saving lives. But at the same time, when they fail, people die that they're invested in, and that they sort of figure that they don't see it. They see that failure as a way to move forward, to save somebody else's life. And I don't know, you just can't help but admire people who maintain the sort of enthusiasm and passion for what they're doing in the face of what for many of us would be, a tragic adversity. But they move forward, and the result is that there are hundreds of thousands, millions of people alive who wouldn't be alive, and Lord knows how many people that will be going forward, given the amazing progress of the last decade.
Yeah, I think Stand Up to Cancer really stands out for exactly those reasons. I mean, it's not a cause where you just put money in and hopefully they fund something. This is really changing the way that the medical community, the research community interacts, and much for the better. Tell me, what, I know the very persuasive ladies of Stand Up to Cancer were able to pull you in, but surely, the cause has some features that were attractive to you as well. Over the years of your involvement, sort of how have you seen it evolve, and maybe are there any ways that you've helped it evolve?
I can't take any credit other than I hope I've helped. I helped. I did a couple of things that I hope helped them raise money. And the great way is that they're so matter of fact about it. I mean, there's a great thing and a great part of Sherry Lansing's book where she says a couple of things. One, that they asked Major League Baseball, who's been a big contributor here. Baseball's been fantastic to Stand Up to Cancer, and they asked Bud Selig, the commissioner, for $10 million. And nobody'd ever asked for $10 million. And Bud hemmed and hawed a little bit, and Bud's wife, Sue, elbowed him.
Good.
And then afterwards, some of the women at Stand Up to Cancer, including Rusty and Sue, they cried. Because they were like, I can't believe we just got $10 million. We just got this critical piece of funding, this moment to move forward. And Sherry was like, hey, we don't cry. Because that tells them we didn't expect it. We always expect it.
That's an incredible story. And what an incredible donation. Major League Baseball getting involved, doing such a... it's such a powerful uniting sport in America. That's where I feel like video games are in 2018. Especially we're sitting here playing Fortnite. There's not a kid alive who doesn't know what Fortnite is. And, for better or for worse, it's brought so many people together in conversation, created a common language. Do you have any perspective on the gaming community and how they might be of service moving forward?
Well, first of all, the Young Turks, a lot of those kids, a lot of those young professionals at the Young Turks play Fortnite, play video games, a ton of video games. I'm of an age where I think of video games a little differently. Also, regarding TCM, not many people know this. One of the best Pong players ever, Cary Grant.
Yeah?
And Barbara Stanwyck, she could just crush it at Tetris.
No way.
No, yes, no way. I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Well, thank you for the insights, and thank you for the time coming on here, for putting
Rachel,
the time for Stand Up to Cancer. I appreciate it, Ben. We're going to check back in with Pokimane Markiplier. Guys, you're playing some Fortnite over here. As we were saying, the language of the children. Do you feel like you can talk to the younger generation
I
a little better?
am crushing it. I'm yeeting all over them. I'm just tearing them apart. I am the greatest ever I am out of ammo on that gun, but not this one.
He doesn't even know you're there.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I wanted that to happen.
Too soon.
Because it was I didn't want to embarrass anybody else out there that was an aspiring
You didn't want to
Fortnite
yeet
player.
too hard today.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What does that even mean?
Let's go. Okay, yeeting typically has one of two.
Yes, I'm listening.
Typically has one of two definitions. One could be signifying to throw away. Like if you have garbage, you could just yeet the garbage.
So I was
secondly, it could just be like a way to exclaim excitement. Like you kill two people and you scream out, "Ya yeet," Yep.
Okay, well,
you're welcome for the tidbit.
I'm never going to use that
You probably won't.
word ever again in my life. And that's actually a lie because I said I would stop dabbing in like 2016, and I just like
I keep doing things ironically until it just stops being.
That's the thing. That's how all jokes start. All memes start is because people use it ironically, and that's why it's so bad when like companies and stuff try to use it seriously because like no, we're using it ironically, and then you have to look at yourself and like I'm not using it ironically. I'm using it seriously. Oh no, and then that's how jokes die.
Yeah.
It's just like that's the progression that it takes. It has to be that way.
Oh, our team's crushing it, by the way. Thank you, team, for carrying us.
I stopped looking at it. Yeah. After I was gone, I didn't even care.
To answer Rachel's question, I do feel so much more connected to like the younger audience nowadays simply because I love to play Fortnite and the majority of them do too. And I've met a lot of really sweet kids through the game, so it's been nice. I don't know about you since you're on YouTube, but for me, my audience on Twitch has almost always been young adults, teens more so. So Fortnite has been a nice addition to my community.
It's such a variety on YouTube. You can see some statistics about who's watching your stuff, and the majority actually is 18 to 27 of my audience. A lot of people think it's like younger kids, but actually like there's a surprising amount of like people who are normal, like aged adults.
Contrary to popular belief, my audience is normal.
Well, no, yes, exactly. My audience is the only normal people because if you follow the Pied Piper of normality that is me, you're obviously going to turn out to be normal. But when it comes down to like things like that, with Five Nights at Freddy's, when that really like was popular, it brought a lot of like kids into it. People really gravitated towards it. They still do in a lot of ways. And then Fortnite is the same way because like a lot of trends do start with kids, and not just kids, teenagers, and people who are in like high school in these social circles where you can immediately talk to other people, not just on the internet, but you're in there.
When we talk about trends too, maybe as we wrap up here on our Stand Up to Cancer stream on Twitch, because we're about to be kicking off live on TV. You guys can continue the Stand Up to Cancer show over there at 5 o'clock. But Markiplier, Pokimane, anything else you want to say to all the viewers who tuned in, who may be donating? And guys, hit that button. It's your last
Please
chance.
do,
We're going to be
yeah.
wrapping up in just a couple minutes here.
I just want to say, please support in any way. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting like this. Whether you're watching, whether you're raising awareness, whether you're donating. There's a lot of cute merch you can get, but just thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And I would just say, if you even in some way feel that you can't relate to this or you can't relate to this play, just remember that there's someone who does. And there's someone who is suffering through it right now. There's someone who needs help, and there's someone who wants you to believe in them. And there's someone out there that can benefit from even the tiniest donation. It is a huge hurdle. It's a psychological hurdle to think about you giving your money away to a cause. But know that this one has 10 years of legacy to back up its work.
It's very legitimate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has verifiable research, and it has so many people that believe in it, so many sources to back it up, so many breakthroughs that you can attribute to Stand Up to Cancer. So please give whatever you can. Ask someone to give whatever they can, and reach out to someone in your community who is suffering through cancer today.
Incredibly well said, Markiplier and Pokimane. Great input here on the Stand Up to Cancer stream. And as you said, Markiplier, this is the only cause that is bringing doctors, bringing researchers together. You know, you're not just pumping money
in a collaborative way, which
yes.
is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, they're changing the game, guys. So Stand Up to Cancer, an incredible cause. Donate. Check in with us throughout the day. We're going to be hanging out here on the Stand Up to Cancer site. So make sure you follow Markiplier and Pokimane on social media. And it's been a pleasure hosting for y'all. My name's Rachel. We'll catch you.